What's up, Bulldogs? All right, I'm going to tell you today the 5 things I wish I knew in my 20s. You know, these are things that if I would have known these things in my 20s, I could have accelerated my growth. You know, I've made a lot of good choices in my life. I've also made a lot of mistakes. I'm almost 40 now, so hopefully you can benefit from my wisdom here. If you guys are just joining me for the first time, I'm John from BulldogMindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to be a man. I teach you how to build financial independence, how to get the physique you want, how to get the girls you want, and how to go from the victim mindset to the bulldog mindset. If that sounds like something that you're about, click the subscribe button, join us, click the bell notification so that you get notifications when the videos come out, because, you know, there's a lot of videos. I'm sure you're subscribed to a lot of channels, and I want to make sure that you see the most important videos, the bulldog mindset videos, because you want to get the bulldog mindset. So, all right, so the first one here is that a job is the slow lane in life. What do I mean by slow lane? Of course, I'm referring to this excellent book here by my friend DeMarco, The Millionaire, Fastlane. If you haven't read this book, go read it. It's a really, really good book. But I'm going to give you kind of the synopsis or the idea here, and you can read the book to get more details, or you can join the Bulldog Mindset membership where I've got a book summary in that book and a lot of other books and a lot of wisdom here. Anyway, the big thing here is this, is that, you know, I was making a lot of money in my 20s, okay? I got a job as a software developer, and I was making 6 figures, well in the mid 6 figures, and I thought that I was the shit. I thought that was awesome, and that I was on my path to success in life, and, you know, by most people's standards, I was, okay? I could have just kept doing that, and I did do that up until my 30s, working a regular job, and I had a pretty good life. You know, I could afford things, but I wasn't free. I wasn't financially free, okay? I didn't have the ability to go and travel the world. My time didn't belong to me. I had to go to work every day, and that's what I thought life was, okay? But that's not what life is, all right? And the thing is, like, it's a slow way to build wealth, because most people tell you in life, they say, okay, go to school, get an education, then get a good job, all right, and then save your money, invest in your 401k, you know, and then someday when you're like 60 or 70, you can retire. Well, that's kind of bullshit, all right? That's not the way that you have to live your life. And I thought that in my 20s, and I thought I was doing the right thing. And only later in my 30s did I start building a business for myself. And now, you know, I've been running a business for almost about 10 years now, or multiple businesses. And I have seen just how much better that is, and I wish I would have started 10 years earlier. So, you know, the key here is this, is that, like, you know, if I could go back, what I would have done is I would have avoided working for someone else, all right? I would have just started building a business. And yeah, it would have involved being poor for a little bit of time, all right? It would have involved not making 6 figures, all right? But if I would have invested that 5 years, let's say in my 20s, then by my 30s, I would have been able to be retired, and I would have been making a lot more money, and I would have had that freedom. It's so much better to have your time and to be able to do what you want in life and to be able to build something for yourself than it is to make, you know, a temporarily large amount of money relatively. Again, I'm not going to go into a huge amount of details here. Definitely check out the Millionaire Fastlane book to learn a little bit more about this, or join us in the Bulldog Mindset membership where we talk about these things. There'll be a link below. But the key thing here is that to realize that a job is a slow lane. A job is not the way that you become rich. Building a business is. All right. Now, the second one here is really important, which is the red pill. But basically what this means, and I can give you a book recommendation there, which is Rollo Tomasi's The Rational Male. Okay, that would be a good book to read there. Basically this, okay? In my 20s, I was what you would call blue-pilled a lot of the time. I didn't understand the dynamics of women. I didn't understand how to deal with women. I was a person who was a typical nice guy, okay, all right? And I didn't know how to assert myself. I didn't know how to be dominant. I didn't know how to be a man, really, all right? And so, you know, having that red pill knowledge would have saved me a lot of heartache. It would have saved me from a lot of loneliness or, you know, feeling inadequate. And it would have made my life a lot better. So as long as you learn these skills and you learn, you know, how women operate and how to operate with women, and you develop that courage to go out there and actually learn how to overcome your social anxiety. Again, another thing that we teach in the Bulldog Mindset membership. You know, you're going to live a much better life. Your 30s, your 40s are going to be so much better. All right. Now, the third one here is that I need to take care of my skin. I'm lucky that I started doing this in my 30s, and I am able to, look pretty good for my age, but I wish I would have known in my 20s I could be looking even better, and and I didn't realize it. In fact, you can see some photos, maybe I'll put up some photos here of me in my 20s, and you can see how bad my skin was. I was breaking out. My skin is better at almost 40 than it was at 20, and so I didn't realize I need to take care of my skin. Now, I've got a product here that I recommend. This is what I personally use, okay? Tiége Hanley. I've got a link below. It is a sponsored link, but this is actually what I use, okay? It comes in this box. What it is it's a monthly subscription here. Basically what I do, and you can just take this card, okay? And then every morning, I just take the face wash my face, okay? I take the eye cream, I just put under my eyes real quick. I take the serum, put it on my face real quick, and then I take the AM moisturizer and put it on my face, okay? And that's it. And then in the evening, it's almost the same process. And I just wish I would have known this earlier, because it made a huge difference, right? Like I said, you can see my kind of before and after photos, and having good skin really makes a huge difference, right? That's one of the biggest compliments that I get all the time is, oh, your skin's so nice, your skin's so good, right? And one of the reasons why, or the reason why, is because I use a skincare system every day, right? Really, real simple, but so critical, especially in your 20s, because you're going to get older, okay? And your skin is going to age. And if you don't get on top of this now, you're going to find that you're going to be in trouble. It's going to be too late. So if you want to get what I use, okay, get the Tiége Hanley. There's a link below. You're going to get a bonus on there. I think you get like 25% off of the system retail prices. And then after you do 12 orders, you get an additional 10% for life on everything. They have free shipping. You can cancel anytime. Like I said, you can even like customize your box. I recommend the level 3, but the level 1 is fairly cheap. And I think they're going to give you a bonus, like a free DOP bag. I didn't even know what a DOP bag is. And this is great, by the way. I travel a lot. And having these small little containers, I just take them with me, and I don't have any problems with the airports or anything like that. So, all right, next one here is going to be Stoic Philosophy. Okay, so I have benefited greatly in my life from Stoic Philosophy. All right, one place I'll recommend for you to start with Stoic Philosophy is actually a book called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. If I had learned this earlier on, I would have prevented myself from going through a lot of the emotional type of trauma and heartache and heartbreaks that I experienced in life, because I let life sort of kick me around, right? When you become a Stoic, when you learn some Stoic philosophy, you learn how to become mentally tough. You learn how to basically say, it doesn't matter what's happening outside of me, okay? I'm not going to be a victim. It's the opposite of the victim mindset. Really, a lot of the Bulldog mindset is based in Stoic philosophy. I really wish I would have known that in my 20s and understood what Stoic philosophy was, because I would have dealt with life a lot better. And then finally, the last one I'm going to put here is to work without motivation. This is one of those things that I thought that you should follow your passion and that you should do things that you're motivated to do. And because of that, I gave up on a lot of things before I had gone through them for long enough to actually be successful. But in my 30s, I learned this lesson. I realized that in order to be successful, I needed to learn how to work without motivation. I needed to separate the idea of the results from the work that is required to get them, okay? Because a lot of times we're motivated by those results. We just want the thing. We want the car, we want the girl, we want, the nice things in life, but we don't want to go through the pain of the work. And as soon as the work stops becoming interesting to us, or we feel lazy, we procrastinate, we decide to stop doing it, and we decide it must not be for us. So, like I said, if I could give you a piece of advice for your 20s, which is just learn the skill. Learn to be able to work without motivation. It's hard to do. In fact, actually, I was trying to think, I was going to say I don't have a book for you on this, but I do. It's called The War of Art by Pressfield. That book really helped me. It really helped show me that, a professional sits down and does the work. regardless if they feel like it or not. That's kind of the definition of discipline as well. But that's one of the really, really key things that you need to know if you're going to be successful in life in general. And if I would have known that earlier, I could have saved myself at least a decade, and I would have been way more advanced than where I even am now. I'm glad I learned that lesson, and I'm glad I'm doing it now. But it's definitely something that I would recommend that you learn in your 20s. So, all right, guys. So make sure that you click the link below and grab the Tiége Hanley skincare. By the way, that's the one thing that, like, if you don't do it, you're gonna regret it. The other things, are sort of painful lessons, but you can overcome them by learning them in your 30s or later on in life. But if you don't take care of your skin, there's no reset, there's no do-over on that one. Like I said, the other ones are okay. I'd recommend that you learn those things as well, but make sure you do that. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Take care.